Urea is the main impacted fertilizer. Sulfur supplies is another one. But there's a lot of focus right now on fertilizer. This is my favorite graph. NCGA, this is an NCGA generated graphic because it ties a lot of the challenge here all together. We have seen a pretty big step change of cost of corn production per acre since 2022. We can see that jump. They estimated for this year, the forecast for 26 was about $917 an acre. I don't know what the update is. That was what it was by the forecast from USDA going into this year. Now, what it represents here, remember, 60% of farmers know their variable costs. Seed, fert, chem. That's the bottom. Green, the two shades of green and the blue. Okay? It's about a third. The rest, the other 2/3 is the purple, we don't even talk about enough. So we're highly focused on the bag of seed, the cost that you're selling. We're highly focused on that price of fertilizer. And we're ignoring the other costs that are in the purple. We're not talking at all about how we manage those better. And so we've got 60% of growers, according to Purdue University, focused on fert, seed, and chem. And we've only got 30% that are aware of the purple, and we have a whole bunch that aren't aware of either. And you can see the challenge that this represents. And we're talking about fertilizer so much. Look at what fertilizer represents in the cost of production calculation. It's substantial. It's an important topic. But it may be a little bit overrepresented in the total cost complex rising and creating some challenges for us at the farm gate level from a profitability perspective. This is an older slide, but it kind of represents the same thing. This is from American Farm Bureau. The blue this is at the end of 24, so it's a little bit dated, but it still gives you the concept, and definitely pre-Iran war. Fertilizer expenses at the time, kind of flat. Percentage of expenses. So fertilizer as a percent of total expenses, actually on the decline. Again, fertilizer prices have been strong or even rising in some jurisdictions. But as a percent of the total cost equation, it's actually on decline. Meaning, again, it's the entire cost complex. It's all of that line, the purple included, that continues to rise. Land, machinery, labor, repairs, fuel, custom ops. It's the entire cost complex that is really impacting our P&L, just not fertilizer. This is a graph that showcases why fertilizer gets so much attention. It looks like Bitcoin a few years ago. Hopefully fertilizer comes down like Bitcoin has. But you can see it's very represented here. That's a crazy graph. This is number of corn bushels to buy a ton of urea.